Let's be real for a second. Nothing unsettles a woman more than realizing she's no longer the center of your attention. Sounds harsh? Maybe. But it's the truth a lot of guys overlook. We've been fed this idea that men should always be chasing, always proving, always pouring their energy into keeping a woman interested. But what happens when you flip the script? What happens when you pull back, and she feels that gap where your attention used to be? That's when things get interesting. And honestly, that's when you start to see her real side. Welcome to the channel, man. I'm glad you're here because today we're going to break down something most guys don't even think about, but should. We're talking about how a woman reacts when she realizes she's lost your attention. And no, this isn't about playing games or being manipulative. This is about understanding dynamics that are happening whether you're aware of them or not. See, attention is power. Where you put your focus says everything about what matters to you. And for a woman, your attention isn't just about validation. It's a signal of value, security, and status. When that signal gets weaker or disappears, it stirs up emotions she might not even admit to herself. Confusion, frustration, maybe even a little panic. And the way she reacts? That tells you more about her mindset, her intentions, and the connection between you than any sweet words ever could. So in this video, we're going to walk through 7 common ways women respond when they feel that loss of attention. Some of these might surprise you. Some might confirm things you've seen before but couldn't quite explain. Either way, by the end of this, you're going to have a clearer view of what's really going on beneath the surface and how to handle it like a man who knows his worth. Let's get into it. 1. She suddenly wants to talk more. One of the first things you'll notice when a woman realizes she's lost your attention is that she starts wanting to talk a lot more. And I'm not just talking about normal conversations, the fun, light-hearted stuff that brings two people closer. No. I'm talking about those out-of-the-blue texts, calls, or face-to-face chats where she suddenly seems very interested in how you're doing, what's going on with you, or where your head is at. At first, it might feel like she's just being nice, but think about the timing. For weeks, maybe months, she was used to having your attention on tap. You check in, ask how she was, try to make plans, or just be available. Then something shifts. You pull back, either because you're focusing on yourself, you're tired of doing all the chasing, or you're just not feeling it like you used to. And that's when she notices the difference. Suddenly, it's her reaching out more. Picture this. You've been seeing a woman for a while. In the beginning, you were all in. You messaged first, planned dates, gave her compliments, the whole deal. She enjoyed it, of course, but maybe she started taking it for granted. Replies got slower. Plans got harder to lock down. She was still nice, still around, but the energy wasn't the same. So you decide, you know what? I'm not going to force this. Let me focus on myself, my work, my goals. And without even saying anything, you stop giving her all that attention. Next thing you know, your phone lights up at random times. Hey, how's your day going? Just thinking about you. Or she starts bringing up deep conversations. Where do you see this going? Are we good? And it's not because she suddenly had an epiphany about how amazing you are, though you probably are. It's because she feels the shift. She feels that energy she was used to soaking up is no longer aimed at her, and it bothers her more than she'll admit. Here's what's really happening. The talks aren't just about reconnecting, they're about reassurance. She's trying to figure out if she still has that pull over you. Is she still in control of the emotional dynamic? Does she still matter to you in the way she did before? And here's the key thing, man. This isn't always coming from a bad place. Sometimes it's genuine confusion. Sometimes it's ego. Sometimes it's both. But either way, it tells you that your attention meant more to her than you might have thought. The important thing for you is to stay grounded. When she comes with these sudden talks, don't get caught up thinking you have to explain yourself or rush to give her what she's fishing for. Let her come to you. Let her feel that shift. Because that's when you see who's really interested and who just liked the spotlight you were giving. 2. She tries to make you jealous. When a woman feels like she's losing your attention, one of the classic moves she'll pull is trying to make you jealous. And let's be honest, this one is as old as time. It's not always done on purpose. Sometimes she does it without even realizing what she's doing. But the goal is simple. She wants to get a reaction out of you. She wants to see if you still care. So how does this look? It could be little things like casually mentioning some guy who just happened to message her or compliment her. Or maybe she starts posting pictures where she looks extra good, often with some guy in the background or tagging guys in the comments. Suddenly she's out more, living her best life, making sure you see it all on social media or hear about it through mutual friends. It's not a coincidence. She's trying to remind you, hey, other people want me. Are you paying attention yet? Now, the reason this happens is pretty simple. If your attention made her feel good, losing it leaves a gap. And if she can't get your attention by pulling you in, she'll try to spark it by making you feel a little uncomfortable, jealous, curious, maybe even insecure. Because if you react, if you bite, it tells her she still has influence over you. That's what she's really looking for. Proof that you still care. The thing is, this can be easy to fall for if you're not paying attention. A lot of guys see this kind of behavior and immediately jump back into the game. You might find yourself texting her more, trying to win her back, or asking questions about these guys she's mentioning. But here's where you've got to keep your cool. The more you react, the more power you hand right back to her. Instead, recognize the pattern for what it is. She's not showing off how happy she is without you. She's signaling that your attention mattered. And now that it's missing, she's trying to stir the pot to get it back. This doesn't mean she's a bad person. It just means she's human. Attention, for most people, feels good. And when we lose it, we look for ways to get it back. The key for you is to not let yourself get played. Stay focused on yourself, stay grounded, and don't feed into the jealousy game. When you stop reacting, that's when she starts realizing that the old tricks don't work on you anymore. And that's when she'll either step up genuinely or fade out. 3. Her ego goes into overdrive. When a woman notices she's lost your attention, something interesting often happens. Her ego kicks in hard. This is one of those reactions that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention, because it can show up in subtle ways. But once you know what to look for, you'll see it clear as day. First, let's break this down. Your attention, whether you realize it or not, feeds her ego. It makes her feel desired, admired, important. And when that steady supply of validation dries up, her ego doesn't take it well. It starts searching for a way to fill the gap. This is where you might notice her acting a bit different. Maybe she gets a little more arrogant, starts putting on this front like she's too good for you, or acts like she's completely unbothered. It's a defense mechanism. She's trying to protect her pride and convince herself, and maybe you, that she's still in control. This is where you might hear comments that feel off, like, "I've got so many guys chasing me," or "I'm too busy for drama." You might see her trying to boost herself up in front of you, almost like she's trying to prove that losing your attention hasn't affected her at all. But here's the truth. It has. If it didn't, she wouldn't feel the need to overcompensate. Another thing you'll notice is that she might start focusing on herself more, but in a way that feels performative. She wants you to see that she's thriving. She wants you to notice how great she looks, how busy she is, how much fun she's having. Again, this all ties back to ego. If she can't get your attention the easy way, she's going to try to force you to see her as this high-value woman who's above needing you. It's not always about genuinely being happy or fulfilled. It's about making sure you see what she wants you to see. Here's the key takeaway for you, man. Don't get sucked into the ego show. It's easy to feel like you need to prove something back, to match her energy, or to respond to the little digs or displays she throws out. But that's exactly what her ego wants. To pull you back into the game, to get a reaction that tells her she still matters to you in that way. The more you stay cool, the more that ego-driven behavior will eventually lose steam. Remember, when her ego goes into overdrive, it's not because she's truly unaffected. It's because she feels the loss of your attention and doesn't know how else to handle it. And the best move on your part? Stay focused, stay grounded, and let her ego wear itself out while you keep your peace.